Your body stores fat for a reason, but what if the key to burning it wasn't endless cardio or starving yourself? Insulin is the master switch that controls whether you store or burn fat. When insulin levels stay high, your body locks away fat and refuses to burn it, no matter how little you eat or how much you exercise. Today, I'll show you the 8 simplest, most effective ways to flip this switch and transform your body into a fat-burning machine while protecting your heart. Here's what makes a fat-burning approach effective. It must lower insulin levels consistently, it must be sustainable long-term, and it must improve heart health markers, not just weight. Let's start with understanding how insulin works in your body as a key to unlocking not just sustainable fat burning, but also long-term cardiovascular wellness. Your body can't burn fat when insulin levels are high, period. Every time you eat carbohydrates, especially processed ones, your pancreas pumps out insulin. This hormone's primary job is to clear glucose from your bloodstream, but it also tells your body to store fat and prevents existing fat from being burned. Studies from Johns Hopkins Medicine show that when insulin drops during fasting periods, your body switches from burning sugar to burning fat for fuel. Have you noticed how some people seem to gain weight despite eating healthy, low-fat foods? That's the insulin effect at work. And here's what makes the insulin effect even more important. This same mechanism that prevents fat burning also drives inflammation in your arteries. The timing of when you eat might matter more than what you eat. Research published by Harvard Health reveals that extending the time between meals, even by just a few hours, can trigger metabolic switching, where your body transitions from using glucose to burning stored fat. This approach, called intermittent fasting, doesn't need calorie counting or eliminating food groups. You simply compress your eating window, perhaps to 8 hours daily, allowing your insulin levels to drop during the remaining 16 hours. A University of Alabama study found participants who ate all their meals within an 8-hour window lost significant fat while preserving muscle mass even without changing what they ate. The best part? This same eating pattern has been shown to reduce inflammation markers linked to heart disease by up to 40%. What's your current eating schedule like? Do you eat from morning until bedtime, or do you naturally have periods without food? Even shifting from a 14-hour eating window to a 10-hour one can make a significant difference. The type of carbohydrates you eat dramatically affects how much insulin your body produces. Processed carbs like bread, pasta, and sugar spike insulin levels dramatically, but fiber-rich, whole food carbs like vegetables, berries, and nuts have minimal impact on insulin. A study from the University of Sydney found that replacing processed carbs with whole food alternatives reduced insulin levels by 30%, even when total carbohydrate intake remained the same. This shift speeds up fat burning and improves cholesterol profiles. Participants saw their HDL or good cholesterol increase, while triglycerides decreased, both critical markers for heart health. The fiber in whole foods also feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which research from Mount Sinai shows can reduce inflammation throughout the body, including your arteries. And wait until you see how this next approach amplifies these benefits even further. Your body has an incredible ability to adapt to different fuel sources. When you consistently lower insulin through meal timing and carb quality, something remarkable happens. Your cells develop more mitochondria, the power plants that burn fat for energy. This process, called metabolic flexibility, means your body becomes effective at switching between burning sugar and burning fat, based on what's available. Research from Johns Hopkins Medicine shows this metabolic switching triggers cellular cleanup processes that remove damaged components, reducing inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 major drivers of heart disease. People who develop this flexibility report steady energy throughout the day, fewer cravings, and improved mental clarity, benefits that go far beyond fat loss. The next item reveals why some people struggle to achieve this metabolic switch despite doing everything right. Chronic stress might be sabotaging your fat-burning efforts without you realizing it. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that raises blood sugar and insulin levels even if you haven't eaten anything. This evolutionary response was designed to prepare you for physical threats by providing quick energy. But in our modern world, where stress is constant but rarely requires physical action, this mechanism leads to fat storage, particularly around your midsection. This visceral fat is metabolically active and produces inflammatory compounds that directly damage your arteries, according to research from the University of Sydney. Simple stress reduction techniques like deep breathing, short walks, or brief meditation sessions can significantly lower cortisol levels, allowing insulin to drop and fat burning to resume. What's your go-to method for managing daily stress? The next approach works synergistically with stress reduction to speed up fat burning. The way you move throughout the day affects fat burning more than intense workouts. Regular low-intensity movement keeps muscles sensitive to insulin, meaning they need less of this fat-storing hormone to absorb glucose from your bloodstream. Research from Mayo Clinic shows that simply walking 8,000 to 10,000 steps daily improves insulin sensitivity by up to 60%. Far more than 3 weekly gym sessions. This type of movement also activates AMPK, an enzyme that signals your body to burn fat as opposed to store it, while simultaneously reducing inflammation in your cardiovascular system. The key is consistency as opposed to intensity. A daily 30-minute walk after meals does more for fat burning and heart health than an occasional intense workout. Add more low-intensity movement to your daily routine by incorporating activities such as walking during phone calls, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, setting reminders to stand up and stretch every hour, or opting for short walks after meals. And now, for the most surprising fat-burning enhancer that most people completely overlook. When insulin levels drop and fat burning increases, your kidneys excrete more sodium and water, a change that can leave you feeling tired and dizzy if not addressed. This electrolyte imbalance often causes people to abandon their fat burning efforts, mistakenly believing they need more carbohydrates for energy. Research from Mass General Brigham shows that simply adding adequate sodium, potassium, and magnesium during the transition to fat-burning metabolism can eliminate these symptoms while accelerating the adaptation process. Practical approaches include adding sea salt to meals, consuming potassium-rich foods like avocados and leafy greens, and possibly supplementing with magnesium, especially during the initial adaptation phase. This electrolyte balance supports fat burning and helps maintain healthy blood pressure, a critical factor in heart health. Have you experienced fatigue or headaches when reducing carbs or extending time between meals? Now, for our final and most powerful approach that ties everything together. The quality of what you eat decides whether fat loss becomes permanent or temporary. Whole, unprocessed foods naturally support all the mechanisms we've discussed. They minimize insulin response, extend the time you can comfortably go between meals, provide essential nutrients for metabolic health, and reduce inflammation throughout your body. Research published in multiple journals shows that people who focus on food quality, as opposed to calorie counting, lose more fat long-term and show dramatic improvements in heart health markers, including blood pressure, cholesterol profiles, and inflammatory markers. The simplest approach is to build meals around protein sources. Add non-starchy vegetables. Include healthy fats. And limit processed foods and sugars. This pattern naturally reduces insulin, increases satiety, and provides the nutrients your body needs to improve fat burning while protecting your heart. What whole foods could you add to your next grocery list? Now that we've explored how burning fat can dramatically improve your heart health, it's time to look at another crucial piece of the puzzle: what you eat every day. Take the next step in protecting your heart and don't miss out on our video, the 6 healing foods to tackle high blood pressure naturally. And if you found value in today's discussion about fat loss, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss the science-backed advice you need for lifelong health.